Hi guys, I'm Paul from Urban Constrictors. So today we're going to take a little look at some of the hatchlings I've produced. Unfortunately, none of them are really groundbreaking because, as you all know, I've had a bit of a poor season. But there's still some beautiful snakes worth seeing. Some are for sale, some are sold and some are holdbacks. But I just wanted to show some of them off today. And also, if you're friends with me on Facebook or you follow Urban Constrictors on Facebook, you'll see that my 2020 season has now started. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. Remy wanted to be a part of the video, so I'm going to show him off in a minute. So the 2020 season has now started. Here's a beautiful pairing of a Pastel spot nose clown bred to a banana het clown, what was produced here at Urban Constrictors. So spot nose and banana are going to play vital parts in my clown projects moving forward. Sorry, spot nose into banana and get some visual clowns. So I'm really praying I have a good success with this clutch. And also here's a look that's happening as we speak. This is a chocolate clown bred to a cinnamon het clown. So I think this will really make a very dark, beautiful combination. And the chocolate clown is also 50% possible het hypo, which I think is going to prove out. And he's also been breeding a spider double het hypo clown, what was also bred here at Urban Constrictors. Remy. So some cool things happening here at Urban Constrictors. I'm just going to show you Remy. You know, say hello. Because people have been asking. It is an absolute lump. He's a fathead. Alright, fathead. Look at the camera, Rem. So he's 9 months old now. He's an absolute beast. Huge head. His neck is 24 inches round. I bought him a collar, so just you saw how my hand was on his neck. It goes around my fat neck. He's an absolute beast. He's a little bit naughty from time to time, and now he's becoming a young sort of like stud. He's kind of being a bit naughty. He's wanting to see some females, but he's a great dog. He's so incredibly placid to other dogs. He's quite timid actually. When other dogs kind of start on him, he backs off, but if they push him almost into a corner or at the point of no return, he does switch. But other than that, he's pretty good. He doesn't like cats and things, but that's all good. I can hopefully train that out of him. So we'll take a look at some hatchlings now, and I'm super excited about the 2020 season, and I'm really excited to show you my next clutch that I'll talk about a little bit later on, and a few other things. Cheers. Right guys, so first up, unfortunately it's deep in shed. I should have really checked it beforehand, but I just wanted to show you a normal triple het lavender albino pied clown that I hatched here at Urban. This paradoxing is just unbelievable. It's a real amazing dreamsicle kind of paradoxing. These are very, very orange, if I can just move them out of the way. And this looks like one of them Android stroke Apple barcode things you can get. I've forgotten what they're called. But just an amazing snake. He is a male. I was hoping I'd hit a female just for future, just so I could keep it for longer. But hit the male, so obviously when I do hatch the male version, the male visual, obviously it would replace him, and then someone else will get to enjoy this really cool snake. But I will film this snake on an up and coming video when he's shed, because he really is worth seeing. He is absolutely amazing. So next up, I've decided to get two out at the same time. So I am using the iPhone 11 Pro, so looking through the camera, the colours are maybe a tiny bit enriched. I'm going to see what it looks like on the computer, but it's very, very close to, it's a little bit more vibrant yellow. It's slightly more toned down in the flesh, so I'm not trying to overhype the snakes. But I know a lot of people say Pastel makes clown dirty, but when you've line bred it, I can't call it my line of pastels because I didn't bring them out of Africa, but when you've line bred it like I have, you can bring out the best in the pastel. And with so many people mixing Desert Ghost, another recessive trait, into clown now, I think Pastel's going to pay dividends in the long run, because Pastel Desert Ghosts are phenomenal, and so are Super Pastel Desert Ghosts actually. So bringing clown into that is going to make some amazing snakes. Now I've got 3 of these, one slightly older, one is sold. I can't remember which one just off the top of my head. I'd have to go back and check out from identification. from IDing it, but I've got one of these for sale, sorry, 1 to 2 of these for sale. I've got 2 of these for sale. So that's a Pastel Fire 100% het clown male, a beautiful snake, just top quality. And here you can see, once you have the leopard, you just get that crazy sort of pattern, absolutely beautiful pattern. I love the sort of the last fifth or last quarter of this snake, just love that pattern. And weirdly, pretty much all my Pastel Fire leopard het clowns have got these little smiley faces. I'll get another one out just to show you. So here's another one. You can see the quality is still there, just absolutely stunning. Real vibrant yellow and that amazing little smiley face. And it's really strange how all of them, every single one of them, have got these smiley face. Some a little bit more obvious than others, but every single one has got a cool little smiley face. So real beautiful combination. Just love how dark the blacks are and how rich the yellows are. So now we're going to move on to some pieds. These pieds are stunning, just so bright orange. They are, people was guessing orange dream pieds when I asked them to guess, but they're actually just straight pieds that are 100% het for lavender albino. So dreamsicle makers. It's got the, excuse me, typical, it's almost like pieds get this sort of paradox in, just in the first part of the neck. And they've got that typical sort of, it looks like a paradox, it's not. It happens with, I think, 9 out of 10 pieds. So it's very typical. So I'm just going to show you a mix of these. Now, none of these pieds are for sale. I let 1.1 go, and a lady, I don't know if she wants to be named, so I'm not going to name her, bought the female, and another lady bought a male, but then the lady who bought the male couldn't carry on with the payment plan. So she asked if she could move it to a different snake a little bit later down the line, which I obviously said yes to. And then I put the male back up for sale. This isn't the male, by the way, the first one was. And he sold instantly. So none of these, I love the little white tip on the tail. None of these are for sale. I have missed one out because she's deep in shed, but it was one of my keepers anyway, so you're not really missing much. But just low white, which I always look for. I like to stack the colour and pattern. As much as the pied, the white part is amazing. For me, personal choice, I don't like too much of it, just because I like to see plenty of colour, plenty of pattern. I like about a 60-40 split, with 60% being the pattern and then 40% being the white. So just really beautiful. They're a little bit artsy, these ones, but they're still amazing snakes. Now I'm just going to feature this. This was a bit of a head scratcher, this snake, because it can't possibly be super pastel, and it looks like a super pastel combo, but it's not. What it is a Pastel Fire leopard yellow belly, I had to think then, 100% het clown female. So I've just basically, I'm going to keep her for future breeding. I'll put a gravel or asphalt combo to her later down the line, just to make some truly spectacular. Oh, she's 100% het clown too. So obviously the asphalt or gravel combo will be het for clown once she's ready. So really cool snake. Just mad how it looks super pastel, but it can't possibly, because the mother is not pastel. So really interesting. And like I say, female that I'm just going to grow up and breed in future. Now here's a slightly older, slightly more different Pastel Leopard Fire het clown. The yellow belly was in the mix. I can't quite, this one is for sale, I can't quite work out if this is yellow belly or fire, so I'm going to do a little bit more looking into it. It is going into shed, but you can see he's got that little smiley face yet again, folding nicely for the camera. That's quite fortunate. With it using the lemon pastel, we're getting that wire in the back of the neck, like you'll see in pretty much all my snakes. The lemon pastel really does work well. This snake is a little bit darker, but it's just a slightly different variation. Beautiful snake though, really dark. Love them sort of that great contrast you get. So now I'm just gonna film an update on the banana cinnamon het clowns. Just stunning, really, really. The camera isn't doing this justice. This is sort of like a chocolate orange colour on camera, and in flesh it's a very, excuse me, a very, very, very deep orange. That unfortunately the camera really isn't doing this colour justice. Let me just tap on screen and see if it focuses in a little bit better. No, it's not doing it justice, but it's still an amazing combo. So this one sold instantly. Next up is the pastel, banana pastel 100% Hatchling male. This one's for sale, and as you can see from the last video he was on, his colours are coming in now. Really, really beautiful colour, sort of like a much paler colour. Now it's not, what you're seeing on camera is not that colour, it's so much nicer. It's a colour you can sort of, I don't know what colour it is, it's like a peachy colour, but like a really beautiful peach colour. Quite strong and rich, but on camera it looks more like a washed out, and it's just not like that at all. It's such a beautiful combination. And then if I can just grab this one, then when you add cinnamon to it, sort of keeping the same colour, slightly darker, slightly richer, but you're getting that more cinnamon pattern. This one's a little head shy. So this male is available. Absolutely stunning, love it. I was looking for females, but unfortunately they're all males. So I only got one whole back. What's Pastel Cinnamon Hatchling. I just thought I'd keep her because later down the line, with her having cinnamon, I thought she'd be worth keeping. And then the last one is, see, it's changed the colour again, but the last one is a banana cinnamon Hatchling. Let me just get the other one out because I'm a little bit unsure why it's changed. Yeah. This one is a bit slightly better colour in the flesh, only ever so slightly. But yeah, just tap the screen. Yes, I am enjoying having this phone. It's a fantastic phone. Much clearer pictures and videos. Just absolutely stunning, isn't it? Beautiful. And lastly, I did hit a straight pastel, but you can see it's a good quality pastel. I don't normally show the like super low end ones, but I think this is a female. So how to pop, I'm going to do a video on this because people have asked. But just pull the cloaca back a little, just roll your finger, that's a female. I'll show you that on a male just so it's a little bit more visual. So on the male, you don't have to apply a ton of pressure, but you do need to apply some. So pull that back just a little bit and just roll. There's one hemibeam and there's the second. So you just kind of roll your finger nice and gentle. You only need to see one hemibeam to know it's the male, obviously. But, so I'm using this part of my thumb. I start off by rolling it into it. So pull it back, roll, and then push forward, and then you get one hemibeams. Very, very easy once you've got it down, but it does take a little bit of practice. So I'm sorry this video wasn't my best. I was struggling to think of a subject, but I've got an amazing clutch coming up in about 20 to 25 days. It was a Superfly clown bred to a GHR and less a yellow belly het clown. So as long as I hit some visuals, we're going to see some spectacular babies. And I've got a pastel leopard clown about to lay some beautiful eggs. And then it's on with the 2020 season. The Orange Dream Fire Calico did go on to lay 3 perfect eggs and 2 slugs. Unfortunately, she did lay some slugs, but I palpated 4 eggs stroke slugs. So to get 3 good eggs and then a slug, but then 1 extra slug what I didn't palpate correctly. I'm really, really pleased that. So now she's been washed, taken care of, and now getting her feeding, getting her back into that great condition. So when you're breeding your females, if they go off food and actually start to drop under the 1500 gram mark, I would pull the males back. Some would say if you carried on breeding her, she may have laid 5 perfect eggs because the slugs may have been due to a lack of semen. But to be honest, I just didn't want to risk it. I thought she would have just stopped in her tracks and not laid. But 3 fantastic eggs, and she's fit, healthy, and doing just fine, so I'm happy with that. So I just want to give a shout out to my mate Adam at TA Exotics. Thank you for the t-shirt. I saw Adam at the IHS show. He came over to say hi, and he said, "Oh, I'll grab you a t-shirt." So thank you so much for that, Adam.
I'll drop his information in the comments box below. Go give him a follow, guys. He's another UK breeder. I'm sure all of you know who he is. Give him a follow, tell him Paul sent you, and thank you once again for the t-shirt. These t-shirts are better than mine. They fit nicer and it's a nice material. So I'm going to speak to the guy, the crook who makes my t-shirts, and tell him he needs to up his game. Can't let TA beat us on the old t-shirts. So thanks, Adam, thank you very much for that. So I'll wrap this video up, guys. Repti chip is coming. It's going to be here at the end of next month. I know so many of you are excited, pretty much as excited as I am. It's just took a lot longer, but once first shipment's here, all future shipments should be more simple. And Rob has just been an absolute godsend. He's taken care of so much. It's been a huge learning curve for me. Now, I do import tropical fish and stuff and marine fish from other countries, but we always use basically a consolidator or a box mover so that they order them all for the shops. This has been kind of just us doing it, and it's been very different to what I'm used to. So a huge learning curve for me, but it makes me a better businessman moving forward because there's so many ideas I've got for urban constrictors, and I'll talk to you about them on a future video. So thanks once again, guys. Hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it 2 thumbs down. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.